What's good, y'all? Naomi WrestleMania dropping the video. Let's see. Let's just say I did like the thumbnail. So, all right, yeah.
WrestleMania here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Dynamite, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a promotion upset over a new WWE signing, a former WWE Divas champion headed to TNA, Drew McIntyre signs with Hollywood, Alexa Bliss training for return, a former WWE tag team signed with AEW, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling
that, boy.
videos, and follow
Subscribe,
us
y'all.
on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. As always, won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, AEW steps up. Finally, a show worth watching. Last night's Dynamite was a strong show thanks to using the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals as a springboard to showcase other worthwhile matches. And we've discussed AEW's struggles to book consistently entertaining Dynamites for months, and while AEW never seems to learn its lesson and returns to booking garbage shows, this suggests that there's still hope, particularly with 2 strong Dynamites booked for the following 2 weeks. Number 2, Chris Jericho's Twisted Metal. Now, there's no need for a forklift in professional wrestling, even in a Stampede street fight, which of course made the over-the-top spot where Chris Jericho put Samoa Joe on a forklift and drove it through a wall all the more entertaining. Whether it's Brock Lesnar using a tractor in the last
Jericho never
match,
gets old,
Darby
man.
Allin wielding a flamethrower, or Chris Jericho going Twisted Metal on the Samoan submission machine, occasional moments of ridiculousness.
I thought he meant rock and roll. Twisted Metal the game.
Number 3, an excellent men's match. And Bryan Danielson vs Hangman Adam Page was a pay-per-view level quality match that epitomized the Owen Hart Cup, an opportunity for wrestlers to showcase their skills as they honor a man whose career was cut short. Jeff Jarrett's inclusion as a special ringside enforcer was a nice touch too, given his friendship with Owen Hart. Number 4, yours truly, Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland has settled well in the role of AEW World Champion. While it's difficult for any one wrestler to stand out, Strickland is a clutch performer who always brings his A-game, whether it's a promo or a match. Last night was no different as Strickland addressed the looming challenge of Bryan Danielson and his decision to wrestle in the Blood and Guts match. Number 5, outstanding mic battle between MJF and Will Ospreay. Is Will Ospreay on the same level as MJF regarding promo ability? Well, no, but he's not alone. Nevertheless, he cut a great promo calling MJF out on letting his insecurity motivate him to attack Daniel Garcia. MJF vs Ospreay will be great, and last night's promo between the two was the right way to begin their feud. Number 6, AEW develops storylines. A part of what made last night's Dynamite stand out was its focus on developing storylines, and not just any storylines, but some major ones involving AEW's top stars rather than the extras on Rampage. While it's good for AEW to build up Rampage and Collision, Dynamite should be a showcase for top talent and their storylines. Yes, it should be used to build up stars, but the focus should be on top talents battling wrestlers on the same level, rather than marquee players battling C-listers. And a good build for Dynamite 250. Dynamite also built up next week's 250th episode of Dynamite with some big bouts, including MJF vs Will Ospreay for the International Championship and Swerve Strickland vs Kazuchika Okada, as well as a tease from Darby Allin that he's coming for the Elite. But that was a good. What about the bad? Is number 1, now is Mariah May really a contender? Mariah May's win over Willow Nightingale in the finals for the Women's Owen Hart Cup was surprising to say the least. May has only been in AEW since late 2023, and while she's a capable performer, she hasn't been pushed as anyone special other than her affiliation with Toni Storm. Wrestling has a history of taking recent rivals and giving them a strong push, but May's win is a questionable decision for such a prestigious event, at least by how AEW books it, and she doesn't come off as a worthy contender for AEW's top prize for its women. That was nothing downright ugly other than perhaps the Acclaim's music video, and that's a matter of taste. But AEW produced a strong show which hopefully can entice fans into tuning in for next week's 250th anniversary special and the following week's Blood and Guts special.
I might tune in.
What did you guys think of Dynamite last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at a promotion upset on a new WWE signing. At top of today's news, there's a new signing for the WWE, and one that is apparently ruffling feathers with other promotions. Shawn Michaels recently announced that WWE signed Stephanie Vaquer. Welcome to the WWE family, Stephanie Vaquer. See you in Orlando. The 31-year-old performer has been a featured player in Mexico's CMLL promotion and competed often in Japan, including appearances in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, Ice Ribbon, and others. She recently appeared on Forbidden Door, where she lost the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's title to Mercedes Moné. While the signing is a coup for WWE, it's causing some blowback with other promotions due to the circumstances of her before she signed with the
Oh,
WWE,
come
and
on now,
currently it
y'all.
appears she is not going to fulfill them,
Hell
including her
no, she
dropping
ain't.
2
He
CMLL
ran off on a
titles.
plug.
Meltzer commented on the situation on the recent Observer, saying, "There's a lot. This has actually been a really huge story because, you know, the nature of how it all went down. Obviously, she did Forbidden Door. Both AEW and WWE wanted her. She was leaning towards WWE, and she told CMLL. I believe she told New Japan, but it may have been that CMLL told New Japan, but New Japan and CMLL have been aware of this before she signed. It appears that things went sideways due to her handling of things with her obligations. When she had told them, CMLL, they basically asked her and said, we won't stand in your way or anything like that. If you want to go, you can go, but just do business the right way. She's got the tag titles in CMLL, the CML singles title, and it was basically go to San Jose where she's been advertised for months and drop the title there, drop the tag title, and we'll do a farewell." Now, the WWE assigned talent that had obligations to drop a title and allowed them to drop the belt, or in this case, belts. While it's possible she could go back to the promotion, it appears that she's done with the company. As for why New Japan is apparently upset, Meltzer commented, "New Japan was very upset because when they first announced the show in San Jose, she was in the first batch of people announced, and they've been advertised for months. It's kind of like their basic thing is if you've been advertised for months for this show in a championship match, and then 5 days before the show you pull out, and you're the champion. If things play out as they appear to be heading, this is a move reminiscent of the 80s when the WWF signed talent and had them walk out on the promotions rather than finishing their obligations with the company. Right now, they can't do much other than hope for the best." Next up, a former WWE...
You don't want to leave any company or anything like that with bad taste in their mouth because, mind you, baby girl, you're not going to be in WWE forever. There's a slim chance that you are going to retire there. So you don't want to step on nobody going to the top, because you're going to have to go back to CMLL, you're going to have to go back to New Japan, and you're going to have to probably go back to AEW or TNA or something like that. So just do your obligations, you know what I mean? Drop the belts and do what it do. You feel me? Come to WWE for about 2 years until they, of course, fuck you over and then, send you on your way. So, but do the right thing on your way up.
Divas champion headed to TNA? Could TNA fans see former Divas champion Alicia Fox in the promotion's knockout division? Fox recently appeared in a virtual autograph signing and discussed possible options for returning to a promotion rather than her current status competing on the indie circuit. But TNA, I like TNA. I like their vibe over there, and Gail's over there, Tommy Dreamer's over there. It just seems like a good one, a good place to go. Get in the zone there. Fox has appeared sporadically in WWE, including competing in the 2021 and 2022 Women's Royal Rumble matches. Given the crossovers between TNA and NXT, fans may see Alicia in NXT if she signs with TNA. Next up, a former WWE tag team signed with AEW. Now, the rumors are true as former WWE superstars and Maximum Male models of Mason Mansoor have signed with AEW. Naturally, the two can't work in the Maximum Male models gimmicks as the WWE likely trademarked them. However, that doesn't seem to be stopping AEW from going with what they hope is a lawyer-friendly version of the gimmick, as Mason Madden aka Mace and Mansoor are teaming up as MXM. A hype video aired showing the two in a fashion shoot, and the video is actually interesting. Although the Maximum Male models never got much of a chance on WWE TV, other than putting LA Knight over when he dumped his Max Dupree character for his more popular LA Knight persona, they reportedly were getting over with the fans at live events. But not everyone seems to be a fan of the signing, as Inside the Ropes reports the Acclaim's Max cast are criticizing AEW's constant influx of talent and how it's an insult to existing talent. Caster reportedly replied to the Ring of Honor hype video with, "We don't want them." His comments didn't
I heard
go
he said that about what's
Inside
name
the
too,
Ropes
Sheldon
reports,
Benjamin.
taking notice of Caster's response,
Who are you,
also
nigga?
posted a
But
diss track
he's
online
actually good.
rapping over the
like him.
Acclaim's entrance song, where Caster was described as Bowens Janetti and joked that the former tag team champion can't get booked in a singles match. Now, this exchange is puzzling when you consider AEW restricts comments that its talent make in public, including interviews and social media posts. Is AEW building things up for a program between the Acclaimed and MXM, or is this another case of AEW failing to keep its wrestlers in check? Let us know in the comments down below.
They have a great video
Next
with
up,
Maven.
Drew McIntyre signs with Hollywood.
Those guys.
Could Drew McIntyre break out into TV and movies? Drew will appear in the upcoming Dave Bautista action film The Killing Game and has reportedly been signed by the Paradigm Talent Agency. Variety is reporting on the contract, and as noted by Wrestling News, Drew follows the footsteps of Tiffany Stratton and CM Punk. Next up, Alexa Bliss training for return. A recent Instagram post from Alexa Bliss has fans buzzing that wrestling's 5 Feet of Fury is training for a return since her maternity leave. The photo shows Bliss performing a backwards handspring along with the comment, "First handspring since baby. Gotta work on that form though." Alexa Bliss's fans are also curious whether she'll work with the Wyatt Six when she returns. When do you think Bliss will be back and what program will she work in? Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments down below.
She's Liv
And
Morgan
finally,
before
why
Liv
Samoa
Morgan.
Joe suffered a kayfabe injury. And last but not least, if you're wondering why Chris Jericho drove Samoa Joe through a wall other than because he could, there's apparently a real-life explanation for Joe's kayfabe stretcher job. PW Insider is reporting that it appears that Joe needs time off to film the second season of Peacock's Twisted Metal series, and that the film could keep Joe busy through the month of October. While there will be breaks in the shooting, it's unknown whether AEW will bring Joe in for a match or two, or even if he's able to wrestle, since many production companies bar wrestlers from competing during a shooting schedule. But there you have it, folks, our look at Dynamite, as well as a wild.
That's on everything I love. I didn't know Samoa Joe was the nigga from Twisted Metal. I know the other dude is on there. I know Mackey's on there. Anthony Mackie is on there, but I didn't know Samoa Joe was the main character, or the. I mean, that's the main character, the guy in the ice cream truck. But Max Caster though, that yeah, he has said some shit about Shelton Benjamin too. I think he said the same thing when I guess Shelton just got signed. And he said we don't want them, but I get it though, man. Tony just keeps signing, thinking that's gonna get the company over. You gotta work, play with the toys you got, bro. You can't go to the store all the time and get new toys, bro. But anyways, another great video by WrestleMania, y'all. Hit that man with the subscribe. Hit your boy with the subscribe. We out.